Hello, I'm Olga Samaniego, First Vice National Regent, and I'm very happy to have the opportunity to talk to you today. Before I go any further, and so that I won't forget, I want to make sure and thank your State Regent and your National Representative for carving some time out of their busy convention agenda so that I will have the opportunity to spend some time with you. The topic that I'd like to talk about today is one that is very near and dear to my heart, and that topic is membership in court development. I was really excited when our National Regent, Shirley Seyfried, gave me the opportunity to serve in this capacity, and also a bit overwhelmed because it is a big job and we have a big job ahead of us. As you know, the entire membership team, in conjunction with the National Board, has set some important goals. We are hoping to build our membership up to 100,000 members, and we are hoping that each state will institute at least 5 new courts this term. Those goals are lofty, but we believe that they are also achievable if all of us work together. I think it is imperative that we all undertake these goals, and let me explain why. When I joined CDA in 1969, we were a vibrant organization, an organization where lots were going on and lots of things were happening. We are still vibrant, and we still have a lot going on, but our numbers have changed considerably. In 1970, we had over 195,000 members. In 1980, a decade later, we were down to 170,000, roughly, members. So over that decade, we lost 24,000 members. When we look at membership at the 1990 National Convention, we were down to 148,000 members, more or less, which meant we lost another 22,000. At the 2000 convention, our membership was reported at 107, more or less, members, which means during that decade, the decade of the 90s, we lost 40,000 members. In 2010, our membership was down again by 25,000. We lost 82,000. We were down to 82,000 members. And in 2014, at this last convention, our membership was reported at 69,000 members, which means we dropped another 13,000. Now, good news is the number of members that we are losing is shrinking. But we are still losing members. And I do not believe it is because women are dissatisfied with their organization. I do not believe it's because they're packing up their marbles and going home. I believe it is because none of us lives forever, and because our lives are finite and there's a time to go home when the Lord calls us home. We cannot do anything about that. But we have not been doing a good job of replacing our membership. And that's where we need to focus our attention. In 2014, we instituted 15 new courts, which is nice, but we disbanded 34 courts. So we are not instituting enough courts to make up for the courts that we are disbanding. We need to do something about this, not just because we want to be able to keep saying we are the largest volunteer organization of Catholic women in the world. We don't want necessarily just to focus on number. Number is nice, but the thing is, if we lose our organization, we lose more than our building, we lose more than our name, we lose more than our history. We lose our identity. We lose who we are. Catholic Daughters is a very unique organization. with a dual purpose. Many of you I know belong to many worthwhile organizations, PTAs and professional organizations. All of these organizations are wonderful, but they don't have our dual purpose. Our purpose is spirituality and service. What we offer Catholic women is the opportunity to do what they were born to do, the opportunity to do what they were created to do. Some of you may go back as far as I do, and you remember your days with the Baltimore Catechism. And we were told, who made you? And we learned, God made me. Why did God make you? To know Him, to love Him, and to serve Him in this world, and be happy with Him in the next. Catholic Daughters gives us the opportunity to know, to love, and then to serve God. We have the opportunity to come together as a sisterhood and to grow our faith, to pray together, to experience God together. When we do that, our love for Him grows, and out of that love comes our desire to serve. If we try to serve without knowing who it is we are loving and serving, that service becomes forced. That service becomes dry. And in the end, we get tired and say, well, it's somebody else's turn. The way we serve a lifetime is to make absolutely sure that we know who we are serving. And Catholic Daughters is a unique organization because it gives us the opportunity to grow our faith and then to put our faith into action. Good news. Because of the work that we have been doing in getting the word out, we did institute, as I'm filming now, it's early in January, and we instituted already one new court in 2015, and 2 more states have applied for charters for new courts. So, if we are able to keep this pace up, and we institute at least 3 new courts a month, we will have more than doubled the number of courts that we instituted in 2014, and that's wonderful. Also, many courts are emailing and phoning and reporting very successful membership drives where they take in 3, 4, 5, 6 members. That is wonderful to hear. But there is more that we can be doing. So, what we are asking you to do, first of all, is to be prayerful. This organization is built on prayer. It has to be built on prayer. The words of our patroness are very clear. Remember what she said at the Feast of Cana? Do what He tells you to do. That's what she says to us today. Do what He tells you to do. Well, we don't know what He tells us to do unless we spend time listening. And we've got to listen together and pray together. We've got to hear God's voice together. So make sure that you are building enough opportunities for your members to come closer to God into the activities of your court. Then, out of what you're hearing, we're asking you to make sure that your court is active. If we're going to be inviting women to join us, they need to see what we're doing. And we have to have something to be able to explain to them. This is who we are. This is what we do. All of our courts are different. We are not all called to the same service, but we are all called to be women of service. We need to find out what the Lord is calling each of our courts to do. Then I'm going to ask you, we're going to ask you to be proud. We're being prayerful, we're being active. Be proud of your organization. Talk about who you are and what you do. To the members of your community and to the members of your parish. Sometimes even our own parishes don't know that within that parish there's a very active Catholic daughter group. And that's because we don't do a good job of tooting our own horn. We're taught to be modest. We're taught not to brag. And that's good. I'm not asking you to brag. I'm asking you to share and invite other women to experience what you are experiencing. Wear your CDA shirts. Identify yourselves when there's an activity going on. Publicize your activities in not only your diocesan paper, but in your regular city publications, so that the world knows that there are active communities of Catholic women out there being of service to God and to His community. Next, I would ask you to participate in our membership contest, BOGO. Bring one, gain one. I firmly believe that if your court is prayerful and your court is active, when you ask another woman to come and experience what you're experiencing, bring one person, you will gain that person because she will want to be part of you. And I know that each and every one of you knows at least one woman in your family, in your community, where you work, that you can invite to join Catholic Daughters. If you will participate in BOGO, bring one, gain one, our membership will double in number. We will shoot from 69,000 to nearly 170,000 overnight. And we can do that. We can do that. We will shoot from, and let me get my math right, because right now we're at 69,000, 70,000, so we will double our membership to 140,000. See, I get so excited I inflate my numbers. Well, aren't you glad I don't teach math? Anyway, here we go. Participate in BOGO. Bring ladies to experience what you are experiencing. If they meet you and they see what you're doing, I know that they will want to join you, because what they're going to get is a group of sisters who will be on the journey with them, that faith journey that will make their life so fulfilling. Last thing, going to ask you to search out leads for new courts for your state board. The state board can't be everywhere in your state, but all of you pretty much blanket the states. I know that you can identify parishes where CDA does not exist. Talk to women from those parishes. Talk to the pastors. Let them know what kind of an organization CDA is. Let them know how CDA can be of service to them, what CDA can bring to the parish and to the women of the parish. If they're interested, then we can come in and we can help you develop courts. We can bring you materials, we can bring you speakers, we can do whatever it is we need to do to help the women of the parish know and want to become part of Catholic Daughters. If you have any questions, you can always call or email me. I can answer questions, I can send materials. I have a very active and mobile court development team, and we are ready, willing, and able to go where you are to help bring in more Catholic daughter courts. So please let me know if there is any way that I can be of help to you. Please also check out our website, www.catholicdaughters.org, and the National Quarterly, so that you can get all the latest information that we have for you. We're going to be sharing articles in the Catholic Daughter website, on the Quarterly, and in Share magazine, of how you can go about having membership drives or recruiting new people. The fact is, as strong and healthy and vibrant as we are, none of us is going to live forever. We want to make sure that even if we're not here, there are other women ready, willing, and able to take up God's work. So thank you very much for spending time for me today. I truly appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing all of you in Pittsburgh. Come up and introduce yourself to me. I'd like to be able to thank you personally for all you're doing on behalf of Catholic Daughters. So thank you very much, and God bless you.